He was mercilessly killed by her abuser husband, ex-economy minister. She was dying for 8 hours in front of his eyes after his brutal beatings. If your partner were lying unconscious after a frenzied assault, you would generally call an ambulance. Not Kuandyk Bishimbayev, a former minister in Kazakhstan. Instead, as his common-law wife lay dying, he phoned a clairvoyant who assured him, mistakenly, she would be fine. Last year, Saltanat Nukenova died of injuries inflicted by Mr Bishimbayev, pictured, in a fancy restaurant owned by his family in the country's glitzy capital, Astana. Really, after this incident, I am stipulated at the society that allows this to happen and domestic violence to exist, a society that covers most of such kind incidents. On May 13th, a court handed him a 24-year prison sentence. Millions of Kazakhs had tuned into the live stream trial, which sparked anguished soul-searching over domestic violence, and highlighted the sense of entitlement and impunity among Kazakhstan's rich and powerful. Evidence in court included CCTV footage of Mr Bishimbayev punching and kicking Ms Nukenova and dragging her by her hair. The prosecution said he was brutally abusive. The defense portrayed the deceased as an alcoholic who drove him to violence. Kazakh women posted photos of themselves clutching drinks, captioned, "If you see me with a glass of wine, that does not mean you can kill me." I believe it is a society that hates girls, females, which allows such brutality and existence of men like that. Women are worthless and can be killed, then after it, maybe her relatives will speak up, which they do. But as it is too late now for Saltanat, I hope it will be a great lesson for society of Central Asia and a human society where such atrocities towards women must not exist. Saltanat Nukenova's name has become a symbol of the urgent need to address domestic abuse in Kazakhstan. The 31-year-old woman's tragic death at the hands of her husband, Kuandyk Bishimbayev, a former economy minister, has stirred a nationwide outcry for stricter penalties for domestic violence. Saltanat Nukenova's life came to a heartbreaking end on November 9, 2023, when she was found dead in a restaurant owned by her husband's relatives. The circumstances surrounding her death revealed a horrifying reality. She had been subjected to violent abuse by her husband. CCTV footage presented during the trial showed Bishimbayev dragging Nukenova by her hair, punching and kicking her. Hours after the assault, she tragically succumbed to brain trauma. Following Saltanat's death, tens of thousands of people in Kazakhstan rallied for more stringent measures against domestic violence. The public demand for justice was met with action as senators approved a bill to toughen penalties for spousal abuse, which was later signed into law by President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. This bill, referred to as Saltanat's Law in her honor, marked a significant step towards addressing domestic violence in the country. Saltanat's tragic fate has had a profound impact on Kazakhstan, sparking widespread discussions and public activism on the issue of domestic violence. Her case served as a wake-up call, prompting a collective awakening among politicians and citizens, leading to a renewed push for legal reform and societal change. The public outcry and legal response have shed light on the systemic nature of domestic violence in Kazakhstan, emphasizing the urgent need for the criminalization of domestic abuse to protect women and ensure accountability for perpetrators. Saltanat Nukenova's story has become a rallying cry for change, inspiring a nationwide call to action to combat domestic violence and protect the rights and safety of women in Kazakhstan. Her tragic death has propelled the country towards addressing long-standing issues and bringing about meaningful reforms in the fight against domestic abuse. In 2023, the Ministry of Internal Affairs in Kazakhstan reported that police received 99,026 complaints related to family violence. Furthermore, courts sentenced 67,270 people with administrative sanctions in relation to domestic violence cases. According to a 2018 study backed by UN Women, approximately 400 women die from domestic violence each year in Kazakhstan, with many cases going unreported.